Hey everyone, and welcome to another video. I'm starting off a little raw here. So I have not really been able to sit down and film for the past 4 weeks. So this is why you're getting kind of a squished video weeks 5 through 8 instead of weeks 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. I have had a busy life personally, professionally, just schedule wise. I've just been trying to go through the motions, and actually fitting in training has been tough, let alone filming it. So sorry that this is not as polished as I would like it to be. You're gonna get a lot of highlight reel versus in the moment. There are a couple reasons for that other than being very busy. I've been trying to work on my fitness, and I feel that the more I take out the camera, the less I improve my fitness. And that might not be true for everyone, but it is for me. So I've been trying to minimize that during my runs, especially with the little GoPro. I am planning on taking it out for my half marathon regardless. But yeah, so that's kind of why we've got a little bit less camera and a little bit more highlight reel. Let's get into weeks 5 through 8. Mile 3, about to have my first gel. Feeling pretty good. Didn't need a long sleeve. Dress my run was wrong. Mile 7, gel number 2 incoming. I'm holding a pretty good pace, and I'm gonna slow down for this part. Okay, y'all, 10 miles done. Let's look at this. Hold on. I ran 10.1 miles in 1 hour, 38 minutes, and 22 seconds with an average pace of 9:45. Y'all, this is crazy. No side stitches. I ran the entire time. 10 miles, y'all. When I was 15, I could not run a 10-minute mile in high school. I had exercise-induced asthma, is what I think I had, because I felt like I had a cold for 3 days. They did not train us to run. They just put us out there and said, run a mile. If you can't run under 10 minutes, you're unhealthy and bad. I could not, because I didn't have any experience. Now I've been running for almost 3 years, and now I can do 10 miles in under 10 minutes. Crazy. Hey friends, it is the middle of week 7. I figured I'd update you because I have not been the best about vlogging. My sleep has not been so good. I've been staying up late and getting up early. Just trying to live, trying to fit everything in, and I need to stop doing that. Next couple weeks are busy, like the previous weeks. This training cycle, I, real talk, have not been the best at vlogging because life is just busy, work is busy. So yeah, that's my update. I'm gonna go through each and every one of these, starting with the waffles. They're classic. And these I usually try to have before a run or right after, but usually before because it gives you energy. This one is one of my favorites, and this one's gluten-free too, which is pretty cool. And then we have a good old vanilla, chocolate, cinnamon, which is also gluten-free. And then this one I'm the most excited about, which it's also gluten-free, but I love myself a good Oreo or Oreo McFlurry, which I haven't actually had in a while, but just the flavor. So cookies and cream. We have the Energy Chews. Now these are good for during a run. Orange Blossom, Citrus Splash, Pomegranate Passion Fruit, Fruit Smoothie, Cherry Blossom, which is very on time for spring. And then finally, the one that I'm looking most forward to, Pink Lemonade. Love a good pink lemonade, especially in the summer or warm spring. Finally, we have the gels, which are also good during the run. So we have the gold flavor, which I'm going to try and assume it's honey. I'm not 100 on that, but yeah. So we have the gold flavor. And then again, fruit smoothie, that's another classic. Acai pomegranate. It's like an acai bowl, but as a gel. Here for it. And then we have caffeinated gels as well. We have a strawberry kiwi caffeinated gel and a salted caramel latte. So definitely just excited to try everything. Good morning. It is Thursday at 6:40 a.m. I'm heading out to run 13.1. It is not only peak week, but today is peak day for me for this entire training. And I want to apologize that I haven't really been filming that much. Life has been busy, and like I said in the beginning, if I'm going to drop something, this is going to be the first thing that I'm going to drop. Because there's just a lot going on. I am leaving shortly after my run to go celebrate my brother graduating college, which is tomorrow. So, and I still have a 5-mile run tomorrow and a strength training day that I haven't done. I've been trying to squish my workouts into the earlier part of this week, and I've gotten most of them done, but I have the big one today and then a medium one tomorrow and then a small one on Saturday. So it's kind of flip-flopped, but I'm feeling really good. So we are currently on week 8, as you guys know, but I just wanted to talk about how around this time of the training cycle is when I start to really figure out, okay, what are my goals? And according to my watch, on an average day, first of all, my VO2 max went up 1 point on Tuesday. I don't know why. I did an easy run. I don't understand how it works, but it did. So it will tell me both a general pace guess and then a specific based on event pace guess. So officially it has gone down for general to guessing for a half marathon 1 hour 59 minutes and 51 seconds is the guess for like an average half marathon. And then for this specific one on the specific date, it says I can do it in 2 hours and 24 seconds. So based on that and based on how I've been performing and talking to some of my friends who run, who always tell me, and I've also noticed this, that when you're running the race, you usually run decently faster than you've been training for whatever reason, whether it be like the crowds or whatever, I don't know, like the weather, the time of day is early, although I always run in the morning for the most part. So I guess based on that information, My A goal is going to be break 2 hours, which I never thought I would save my life because I could not run a 10-minute mile in high school, and now I am consistently running under 10 minutes, which again blows my mind. Didn't expect that starting off this training cycle. Didn't expect that starting off the Shamrock Shuffle training cycle. But I built my base over this past winter, and I worked really hard at it, consistently just running lower paces or lower mileage, and my pace has just increased through that, through doing interval runs. Honestly, I think the hot yoga sculpt 100% helped me with my endurance because it's hot in there. You're like moving basically nonstop for an hour, and it's strength, so it's not running, but it is also helping with endurance. At this point in time, every yoga sculpt I do tells me it's a recovery act, which is crazy because my heart rate's still getting up. It's just not getting up as far as it does when I run. So it's all relative, because to me, that is not recovery. That is strength training with some heart rate stuff going on. That is not recovery, but Garmin thinks it is. Anyway, I'm getting off point. So B goal, I should say, is break 210. 210 is, the average pace is 9:55. So I believe that that will probably happen, considering I did 8 miles at a 9:30 pace. So that gives me enough leverage. So 210, the average pace is per mile is 9:55, and 2 hours, the average pace is 9:09. Well, slightly under 2 hours. So if I can hit a 9:09 for 13 miles, I can break 2 hours. I don't know if I can do it, guys. I'm a little scared. This goal is scary. But at work we have goals called BHAGs, or BHAGs, big, hairy, audacious goals. They're supposed to scare you a little bit. So I think that this 2-hour goal is a BHAG for me, because I don't know if I can do it. To actually admit them out loud, because they are big goals. But part of me wants to like know I can do something before I have a goal. Like if I can do it, or if I can get close to it, then it's not scary to have that goal, but I don't know that I can do it. So it's scaring me because I don't know if it's unrealistic or not. I'm gonna go run 13.1 and I will let you guys know how it goes. I don't know if I'm gonna film it because I wanna focus on my pace, so. 13.1 is done. I chose to run on the hottest day so far in 2025 in Illinois, or Chicago I should say, because I don't know about Illinois, but at least the hottest day I've experienced. The high today is 89. The low is 53. I started it at 7:30. I ended it, I don't even want to look at the elapsed time. The elapsed time scares me. 90% humidity for most of it. And then the heat decided to climb. So I was running in 77-degree weather, which if you're a runner, it's like running in 87 to 90-degree weather, especially with the humidity, because essentially with running, if it's humid out, the air can't absorb your sweat, so your sweat just stays on you. And I lost electrolytes really fast. I brought my 2 little water bottles. I believe on my 10-miler, I drank maybe 1 of the 2 water bottles. I was drinking the drops today, the drops from the water bottles, mile 11 and 10, 11, and 12. I was trying to ration it. Didn't work. They didn't have any stupid water fountains anywhere. So I wouldn't say it was poorly planned, because I really thought it wasn't going to be like this. It just goes to show that weather definitely impacts your run. I was really, really upset about it. I still kind of am. Because like I said, my goal is to break 2, let alone break 2:15, and I couldn't even do I did 2:20. Not that that time is inherently bad, it's just based off of my previous runs and my mileage, like I should be able to do that, but the humidity and the temperature were both high, so like obviously that's gonna affect you. I was actually scared that I was gonna pass out. Miles 12 and 13, I had to keep walking because I was like, I would rather walk than pass out, as anyone probably would. I had to keep sitting down. It's literally May. Why is it 90 degrees in May? Global warming, that's why. But the likelihood of it being like this is pretty low. If it is, the goals are going out the window. Well, first of all, my VO2 max stayed the same, so I'm grateful for that. Second of all, so you know how I checked I checked this morning my estimated race time. I can do it in 1:59:40. So I don't understand how I just ran a half marathon and it was horrible, and now it's telling me I can do even better. That's a 20-minute difference plus from what I did today. This today calls for a redemption, and I really hope race day will be a redemption. But now we're officially in taper. I do have to drive 3 hours. Why do I do this to myself? I don't know. Humidity and heat is no joke, guys. Like, I literally felt like I was gonna faint. All right, and that is going to end weeks 5 through 8. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and comment if you're training for a race, whether it be this one or another one, and how your training is going.